Lately, I've been really loving hearing what different people are picking up on about this coming year, this entrance to a new decade. And I know that I've said before in other videos that I really feel like everybody is a channel. And what matters is that you find the channels that resonate with you. So, the right teacher, the right speaker, the right thinker will just be the person who sort of ignites your channel inside of you. And so, as I've been just listening to what different people have to say about this new year, I've been really feeling inspired to share what is coming through my channel in the hopes that it might inspire you to even feel more deeply into what it is that you are sensing. So, I don't know about you, but I feel like 2019 was this year of like realizing that I had all these big plans and realizing that like there is big things I want to do, there's big changes I want to make. And it was sort of the realization, but the implementation hasn't fully happened yet. So I don't know if you feel that way, but I definitely do. And when I sit down and I think about 2020, now I know a lot of astrologers are saying this is going to be very intense, like a lot's going to go on this year, get ready for it. But when I sit down and I think about 2020, what I feel is that it's almost like the density of what's coming is actually just here to help us get really clear. This is what keeps coming in for me, is this idea that we are being tasked with the opportunity to get super duper clear right now about how we want to feel in our lives. So it's like all the ideas we've had come in about these changes we want to make in our lives, or these projects we want to put forth, or these businesses we want to create. Those are all important, but they're all a part of our soul's goal, which is to feel a certain way while being embodied. So as we enter the new year, this 2020 year, literally, I keep thinking about 2020 vision, and that there is something about this year that is asking us to just get really clear. How do you want to feel? I think when we get really clear about how we want to feel in our lives, everything else falls into place. When we're clear about the inner feeling, we're actually clear about that which is moving us forward, that which really feeds our life force, because the things that we all truly desire, they're not things at all. It's really a way of feeling. It's an emotional state. So sometime as we are entering this new year, take an afternoon, take 15 minutes of meditation, and just really feel into like, what is the feeling state that you want to have in your life? And I promise you, you've probably been wanting to have this feeling, and the choices you've been making in the last 10 years of your life have been choices that were trying to get you closer to this feeling. Sometimes it didn't, sometimes it did. Every single time you learned about how this feeling operates inside of your body. But this feeling is really your pole star. It is what is going to help you move through your life, making the choices that are right for you. And I think that there is this sort of soul level right now of this feeling showing you why you're here, showing you what your gifts are, that this feeling is what's going to help you open those gifts. So just to inspire you, perhaps, when I sat down and I thought about what my feeling is that I wanted in my life, the words that I got were exciting spaciousness. And I think about the fact that I moved to these mountains in western North Carolina, the Appalachian Mountains. It will be, almost 10 years at the end of 2020. And I remember, 10 years ago when I was daydreaming into making this change, and the feeling that I had when I would think about moving here was just this like exciting spaciousness, exciting possibilities. And I think that's the feeling I have been chasing for the past 10 years. And sometimes I've found myself in it, and sometimes very much not. Sometimes I've learned about what exciting spaciousness feels like by literally making no space for that at all in my life. Over scheduling, over booking, So the question is, if we can get clear about the feeling that we want in our lives, can we do something every day to have that feeling now? Because this whole idea that, we're moving towards something that's always on the horizon is just not true. And the more that we can feel that feeling that we so desire in our life right now, the more we actually manifest it, the more we are bringing it into being. So when I think about this new year, I see like a quartz tipped arrow, and that each one of us are being asked to become this quartz tipped arrow, and that all of the density that we might be stepping into or moving towards in 2020 is actually here to help us feel how light and how clear we can get. Because when we get clear about how we want to feel in our lives, we can also get really clear about what's important. And this is something that's definitely been up for me big time, realizing what is really important in my life. What are the goals, the tasks, the projects that actually bring me joy, and simplifying. So I used to always have like 5 to 10 projects on deck. And now I'm really getting the sense or the feeling like, it's like 1 project, 2 projects. Maybe a half project. You're not sure exactly what it is yet, but you're going to leave the space to figure out what that is. I think we are so much more potent when we are able to simplify. And I think so much of our impetus to make things complex or keep ourselves busy is often a response to trauma. It's a response to feeling lesser than. And it's a response to trying to grasp that feeling. And the feeling that we so want in our life, it's never going to come by grasping, right? I've learned this and I will continue to learn this. But it always comes by actually allowing and surrendering. So this is what's coming through on my channel about this new year. I would love to hear about what's been coming through for you. And if you have a feeling put into words that maybe you want to share here, I would love to hear that as well. I think all of us who are connected here through this platform, we all share something in common. We are all connected in a spiritual way. And so the thing that comes to you might be something that someone else really needs to hear. So thank you so much for tuning into this channel, and I look forward to hearing what's coming through on your channels as well. And I wish you a truly blessed, clear, quartz-tipped, expansive new year.